Since the beta, Sonic Racing Crossworlds really hasn't received a whole lot of news. We've really just been getting little blips of footage and small little reminders about the game, but that's about it. But there is one piece of footage that I want to talk about today because it's probably been the most widespread footage so far, and that is this clip of Jet the Hawk on the Extreme Gear. People have been discussing this clip and how the Extreme Gear are going to play in the game. And here's the thing. This clip doesn't look very good. The tricks look pretty clunky. He looks stupidly slow. It just doesn't look that fun. But why is that? Because I think some of this is pretty explainable. So I want to briefly talk about that today. First of all, the tricks. The tricks themselves honestly don't even look that bad. They look like they do in the rest of the game, and it's just fine. Sure, it could look a little better with the Extreme Gear, but it's overall plenty passable. The issue that comes in is this plant that Jet bounces off of. It has this really awkward delay that just makes it not feel smooth at all. This really weird delay makes this whole trick sequence feel really clunky and unpolished, which is probably why the tricks look worse than what they actually are. Plus, to be fair, I feel like me and most others are probably going to be using the trick gear that makes you trick way faster, which would not amend the issue, but it certainly wouldn't look as clunky. Another thing I immediately thought when seeing this clip is, why is it so slow? I feel like it felt slower than I remember it being. And I want to explain that because I think a lot of people have been talking about it, and I've found out really why that's the case, because there is a reason for this. First of all, in the beta, it was stupidly chaotic. Everyone was on top of each other, item spam, it was complete chaos. Even when the carts aren't really moving that fast, the game felt fast-paced just due to the utter chaos going on every half a second. So with this clip only having one player, it certainly doesn't feel as fast-paced as the beta did. And also, we have confirmation that there are going to be speed options. Well, okay, there's not been official confirmation, but let me show you this. In the History of Sonic Racing video, remember that video they put out? We get to see some Crossworlds gameplay, and it is way faster. Like, look at this. It's night and day comparing these. So it's not unreasonable to say that it's extremely likely, like basically guaranteed, that we're going to get speed options. And looking at this gameplay with the faster speed mode looks so much smoother. And honestly, some of the criticism that people have given of the stage design is also sort of amended by this. Because yes, don't get me wrong, the tracks in this game aren't necessarily the greatest thing I've ever seen. They look plenty fine. They look really fun. But the thing is that a lot of the criticism is that there's a lot of really boring straightaways. But the issue is, I think it's because most of the gameplay we've seen is in this slower speed mode. It's the equivalent of like Mario Kart's 50cc. It's an option and they usually use that to show off the game, but it really feels slow. Even 100cc isn't that fast. So getting to see something like in this game, which would be the equivalent of say either 150 or 200cc, really makes it just click way better. So yeah, honestly, after looking at this gameplay, I can understand the criticisms. From this footage, the tricks look clunky, the Extreme Gear looks slow, and it just looks kind of boring. I can understand the criticism. It doesn't look very good from this clip, but using other knowledge we have of the game, I can say it is very unlikely that your actual experience in the game will look anything like this. This isn't just not good gameplay or something like that. It's most likely just a case of them showcasing the game using, quote, like not ideal options, just using the slower, more basic speed mode in the game, instead of what the average player would probably use, which is, like I said, the equivalent of, say, 150cc. So really, outside of the beta, there still is a lot we don't know about Crossworlds, so I am looking forward to more news we're going to get on this game, which I'm very sure we're going to get a lot at Summer Game Fest, so I'm very hyped for that. So, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to make a little bit of a shorter video talking about this clip because I do think there are valid criticisms of it, but I do think that many people aren't bringing up the fact that you're gonna be able to go way faster in this game. It's very likely that's gonna be the case, so I wanted to bring that up because I feel like this clip does not show off the game in its best state at all, which is a shame, so I just wanted to highlight it. So with that said, I do hope all of you have an amazing rest of your day. God bless.